All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and we are back with a real news episode. So yesterday was the April Fool's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So none of those stories in the video yesterday were true, but now we are back to the real bodybuilding story. So the first story that I have for you guys today is Dennis Wolf possibly retiring indefinitely from competitive bodybuilding. Now, we know that a few years ago, Dennis Wolf had that major neck surgery that really made him downsize and take a lot of time off from competitive bodybuilding. And then he made his comeback to the 2018 Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, where we saw a significantly downsized version of Dennis, and it wasn't the Dennis Wolf that we were used to seeing on the Arnold Classic stage. And he ended up taking 12th place there at that Arnold, so we haven't really seen Dennis too much since then. Nor have we seen much of what his physique is looking like lately, but in a recent interview that he did with the Rep 1 YouTube channel, which is owned by Matthias Busey, we see an interview with an extremely downsized version of Dennis Wolf, much smaller than what we saw back in 2018 when he made his comeback. And in this video, Dennis Wolf talks about several different things, but the main thing that came out of this video is the fact that he hinted at his permanent retirement from competitive bodybuilding. So this interview was done in German, so allow me to translate some of the portions of this video for you guys and give you guys a brief summary of what was said here. So Dennis basically says in this video that he accepts his physique as it is. He's grown to accept the fact that he now has a smaller, downsized physique, and he's happy with it. He's content with it. He no longer looks in the mirror and feels the need to be a massive bodybuilder anymore. So he's starting to accept the fact that he's no longer the Dennis Wolf that he used to be. Now, he also says in this interview that he still needs to undergo a number of additional surgeries. And the gist of the interview is basically just him talking about acceptance of the fact that he's not going to be big anymore. So I think at some point in the near future, we're going to see maybe an official announcement from Dennis Wolf officially stating that he's retiring from bodybuilding. I really wish Dennis Wolf the best. He was really one of my favorite bodybuilders when I first got into following bodybuilding. He was a guy that was always on the cover of magazines. He was sponsored by BSN, when BSN was really at the peak, one of the biggest supplement companies there was. He was always in those BSN ads. And he was just one of the first bodybuilders that I really became familiar with when I was getting into bodybuilding. So it is kind of sad to see a guy like that, smaller now and pretty much unable to compete in competitive bodybuilding and basically trying to struggle with, accepting the fact that it might be over for him. But whatever Dennis decides to do, I do wish him the best. And I hope he's able to make a full recovery from whatever additional surgeries he has to have in the future. Now, the next story that I have for you guys today is about Big Ramy. Specifically, Big Ramy's future as a competitive bodybuilder and what the future holds as far as his next show is concerned. So at the 2017 Olympia, Big Ramy took second, and many people felt that in 2018, Big Ramy was going to be the biggest threat to win the title, and that turned out to not be the case. Big Ramy did not do very well at all, taking 6th place at the 2018 Olympia. So what that means is Big Ramy is not qualified for the 2019 Olympia. He still needs to qualify if he's going to do this year's Olympia. And as of right now, he's missed a lot of opportunities to qualify. He did not do the Arnold Classic. He did not do several of the other shows that were in the beginning of this season that could have qualified him for the Olympia. And as September is growing closer and closer, the opportunities for him to qualify for the Olympia are growing slimmer and slimmer. So the first announcement that we heard for Big Ramy's next show was that he was going to do the New York Pro, which is a pretty big show, probably the 3rd biggest show in bodybuilding right now. And that was the rumor we originally heard from his new coach, Neil Hill. And then a couple days ago on RX Muscle, Dave Palumbo put out a video confirming that Big Ramy was going to do the New York Pro. Now on the Muscular Development channel, Ron Harris, where Ron says he reached out to both Neil Hill and head judge Steve Weinberger to try to confirm whether or not Big Ramy was competing. Weinberger said he hadn't received confirmation from Ramy, and then Neil Hill said, no, Ramy is not doing the New York Pro, because that falls under the same time period as the holiday Ramadan, where Muslims basically fast all day, which would severely hinder Big Ramy's prep for a major show like the New York Pro, because at this point, Big Ramy is not just trying to place well at a show. He needs to win a show to qualify for the Olympia. He can't take second. He can't take third. He needs to win a show at this point to qualify for the Olympia. So there's only a few shows really left to qualify for the Olympia after the New York Pro, which is in May. You've got the Britain Championships, the Chicago Pro, the Vancouver Pro, Portugal Pro, Tampa Pro, and I think there's a couple others in there. And most of those are happening this summer. But Big Ramy still hasn't given any confirmation or any indication at this point as to which show he's going to be doing, if any. So the future is still very uncertain at this point if we're even going to see Big Ramy at the 2019 Olympia, because he hasn't even confirmed what show he's going to be doing to even qualify. So it's kind of hard to even make predictions as to where Big Ramy would place in 2019, because we don't even know if he'll be there. But I will keep you guys posted as we hear more information. And I'll try to get that all on the channel for you as timely as possible. Now, the next story that I want to talk about for you guys here is kind of the mystery surrounding Lorenzo Becker. So if you're not familiar with who Lorenzo Becker is, he has about 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And he's really kind of one of the OGs, if you will, of YouTube bodybuilding and YouTube fitness channels. He's been around for a very long time. And when I was in like high school, when I was like 16 or 17, he was one of the first guys that I watched on YouTube as kind of a motivational guy to get into bodybuilding, because he was one of the earliest guys, doing bodybuilding vlogs and workout videos. And he's been around for a very, very long time, and he's very, very popular. Now, I've gotten several messages lately telling me to make a video about Lorenzo Becker because people are saying that he actually passed away, which would be very sad if it were true, because Lorenzo Becker is in his mid-20s. I mean, he's a very, very young guy, and he had a tremendous amount of potential in bodybuilding. But the main question here is where is Lorenzo Becker? I mean, for the past couple years, his entire social media presence has been completely silent. If you go over to his YouTube channel, his last video was uploaded over a year ago. And if you go over to his Instagram page, his last Instagram post was made back in 2017, and a lot of the comments on that post are saying rest in peace, and a lot of people commenting F, to pay respects. And there's also a lot of people commenting asking, hey, where are you? And if you go over to his Facebook page, which has over 300,000 followers, that page has not been updated since 2017, April of 2017. So I really did a lot of digging into this to try to confirm whether or not he had actually passed away. And based on what I found, I don't think he passed away. So in the past, there's been a couple other incidents where he would go basically missing from social media, and then the bodybuilding forums online would go basically crazy, speculating that he had passed away. I mean, this happened back in 2011, it happened 2013, and it happened on several different occasions, and the main catalyst for it happening was the fact that he basically went silent on social media. So it seems something that is habitual of him, to kind of take these long breaks from social media. And I could not find any obituaries or news reports that he had actually passed away. So my speculation would be that the rumors that he's dead aren't true, but I think the question of where is Lorenzo Becker is still a very good question. If anyone has any idea, or they know, what he's doing or where he is or if he's still alive, I encourage you guys to leave a comment in the comment section below and let us know. I mean, even I have been kind of curious about this one, so let me know in the comment section below if you know anything about Lorenzo Becker. Now, the next story that I have for you guys today is probably your guys' favorite bodybuilder here, and that is Kirill Tereshin. So Kirill Tereshin is better known as the Synthol Kid of 2018. Now, he had a lot of problems with the amount of synthol, or the amount of oil in general, that he put into his arms. That's what he became famous for, was just these ridiculous looking arms that he put a whole lot of synthol, vegetable oil, whatever it is he put in them, to give this crazy look to his arms. But recently, he had kind of downsized, and he had kind of went in the opposite direction and kind of tried to reduce the amount of what he was putting in his arms, because he got so much inflammation. They were turning red. He said he was in pain. He even did a rumor that he had his arms drained. And for a while, his arms seemed to be like they were getting smaller and getting downsized. But recently, he started posting again on his social media pictures and videos of his arms, where they appear now to be bigger than they've ever been before. So not only is he not slowing down, it looks like he's going basically full throttle in the direction of as much as he can possibly put in his arms. And it really, really looks like he's pushing the limits of just how much oil can even be held in a person's arm. I mean, it really looks like he's trying to push it as far as he possibly can. And it's really sad to see, because I was honestly happy when I saw that he was starting to downsize, and it looked like he was maybe not injecting as frequently, or just maybe not injecting at all, and that's why his arms were getting smaller. But it appears he's gone in the complete opposite direction, and now he's getting bigger and, weirder than ever. So I kind of have a morbid curiosity of where this is going to go, because I don't think it's going to have a happy ending. I wish it would, and I wish he would go in the opposite direction and realize that this is a stupid thing to do. But I feel like this is headed somewhere dark, and there's no real way for this to be a happy ending for Kirill Tereshin. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about all the stories that you saw in this video today. Thank you guys for watching this video, and please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.